Hello, viewers. It's Central Michael from Screen Review, bringing you my 557 podcast. This is my 57 podcast. So anyway, like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to beat you hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast will contain adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, that means you got to watch this audio podcast recording. So, with this and anything else out of the way, let's get into the topic of this podcast. So, basically, as you know, Batwoman's right now, Batwoman's in his current third season. Now, as you guys know, if you guys been watching Batwoman, the topic of this podcast is should Sophie be a female version of Robin in the Batwoman series. So basically, if you guys don't know who Sophie is, Sophie has been a day one character ever since the Batwoman series aired. So basically, Sophie who worked for the clothes that Kate's father started. So basically, she was the head agent of the clothes, and Jake Kane's, enforcement and whatnot. So anyway, and also Kate's lover, the previous Batwoman. So basically, like Kate has sort of been like the digger of Batwoman. So basically, some things, throughout the seasons, being season 1, season 2, and currently season 3, Sophie has done a lot of things throughout these 3 seasons. So basically, everybody's wondering, when is she going to become it's good. A lot of people are wondering that, Sophie should be a female version of Robin. Now, as you guys know, in the Batman mythos, there was a female version of Robin at a time in the original old comics. So basically, not all the Robins were girls. So not all the Robins were boys. There was a female Robin at a time back in those old classic Batman comics. So basically, there is a female Robin. If you read those old Batman comics, Batman did have a sidekick, did have a Robin who was a female. So basically, everybody's wondering that when Sophie should be a female version of Robin for the Batwoman series. So basically, don't get me wrong, Sophie's been used very well throughout the seasons of the whole Batwoman series. But I feel Sophie's she's military trained and whatnot. So basically, Sophie can be a very useful person for Ryan and throughout the field. So basically, we haven't really DC Sophie help out the Batwoman team on multiple occasions. So basically, we would like to see her do some real crime fighting action as well. So basically, a lot of people thought that when they replaced Batwoman, a lot of people thought that Sophie should have been the new Batwoman, in season 2. So basically, a lot of people thought that Sophie should have been the real Batwoman. It took over the show from there. So basically, Sophie. I really like to see Sophie. Sophie become a sidekick for be a Robin for the current Batwoman being Ryan Wyler. So basically, as you know, in the last episode that aired, Ryan it seems like Ryan and Sophie are now close and whatnot, because it seems that this season has been building up that Sophie and Ryan were starting to get start to have feelings for each other, and they finally make their feelings known to each other, and to basically seem like they're going to be a couple. So basically, it'll be an interesting thing to make Sophie a female version of Robin and Batwoman. So basically, it'll be very interesting to do, because back in the old comics, we did have a female Robin. But ever since the TV shows and the TV shows to the movies, the only movie we ever saw a female that the female Robin debuted in the movie is in that two-part of Batman animation movie, where we saw that the female version of Robin came to life. So basically, it would be very interesting to do is say that and then finds out that they found one of Robin's find one of sorry, tongue tie. So basically, it would be very interesting to if the Batcade, let the Batwoman gang finds one of Dick's old Robin suits, and Sophie, it'd be remember how Luke found the Batwing suit, and stored it somewhere in the Batcave, I believe it was in the Batcave. Yes, I believe it's in the Batcave. So basically, what if that Dick, one of the Robins, so whoever Dick, Jason or Tim, one of the old Bat suits, one of the old Robin suits, is somewhere in the Batcave, and basically, Sophie finds one of those old Robin suits, and basically, and puts it on and becomes a new version of Robin. So basically, like they did Luke in season 2, where he found the Batwing suit, and basically became Batwing. I hope that they do something like that, so that Ryan and Luke are in trouble, and basically the only one who can help them is Sophie, and Sophie looking for taking some items to help Luke and Ryan out, and basically he finds one of those old Robin suits, and basically decides to put it on and become a new version of Robin, and Robin. That would be awesome. So basically, my point is that Sophie's been a good character. She's been like the female version of Diggle throughout the whole Batwoman series. So basically, I feel like it's time to do something with her character and make her a crime fighter, and make her a crime fighter along with the current Batwoman and Batwing, and basically make her a female version of Robin, or make her a female version of Robin. Let's finally do it. Let's finally see a female version of Robin come to life in TV form. So basically, we got a female Robin came to life in animation form in that animation movie, that animation basically a two-part movie. So basically, let's do it on the Batwoman series. Let's make it. Let's finally do a female version of Robin on the TV show of Batwoman. So that's my whole point. So anyway, do you think that Sophie should be a female version of Robin? Yes or no? Please let me know in the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, this is your Michael from Studio. Sign off. 1.